Okay, so the next one we're going to do is called the power rule for exponents. And I would get a calculator again, so that's why I have my calculator here. So the power rule, we use quite a bit in algebra. The power rule looks like this. So if you have m to the fifth, and you take the whole thing and you raise it to another power, like maybe 3. So basically you have two exponents. Your base is m, and then you have an exponent of 5 and an exponent of 3. When you have the power rule, what you're going to do is you're going to multiply. So you would take 5 times 3, which you can use your calculator, or you can just know that that's 15. So this answer is m to the 15th. So you multiply when it is a power, when you have two powers that are next to each other. So it looks different than the multiply rule. So if I go all the way back up here, here's the multiply rule. See how is x cubed times x to the fourth is x to the seventh. But what we're doing is we only have one base. We don't have both bases. Like we would have x cubed to the fourth. So this is a power, two powers next to each other. So for that we would multiply 3 by 4 is 12. So that would be x to the 12th. You could have, remember if you have like x to the third, this is just a 1. So 1 times 3, 1 by 3 is 3. So x cubed. You can also do this with negative exponents. So if you have x to the negative 2 to the fourth, that's going to be x, and you'll have to take negative 2 times 4. So I'm going to take 2 negative by 4, and that gives me negative 8. But remember, you want to make that positive because we don't want to leave a negative exponent. So it'd be 1 over x to the 8th. There's lots of, you can have more than one. I don't know if you'll get one like this today, but let's say you have x squared y cubed to the 5th. You have two different bases. You have x and you have y. So you have to do this 2 times. So first you do the x, so it'd be x to the 5 times 2. So 5 by 2 is 10. And then y, you would have 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 is 15. You can do it with as many variables or bases that you need. So let's look at the IXL just so you know what you're going to do when you get there. So here's, whoop, where did it go? All right, so here's the IXL. So 6 by 6. So the first one would be 6 times 6 is 36. So that would be 36, like that. I'm going to jump to harder ones so you can kind of see. Oh, here's one, negative and a negative. So if you use your calculator and you take negative 6, so negative 6 times negative 3, that gives me positive 18. So it's going to be u to the 18th. Do I need to rewrite it? No, that's just it. So remember when you multiply two negatives as positive, see, oh, here's one with 3. So you would do 8 by 1, 3 by 1, 8 by 1. So you'd have all of those there. And let me see if a harder one here. Getting up there. Ooh, okay. So this one says 3c cubed to the third. So I'm going to go back to my drawing board. And it says parenthesis 3c cubed to the third. So what that's going to be is it's going to say, I'm going to have to do this one first. So it's going to be 3 to the 3. And then I'm going to do this one. So it's going to be c to the 3 by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And then you'd probably want to simplify because this is a number. 3 times 3 times 3 would give me 27. C to the 9th. That's probably the hardest one that you're going to see on there. All right, so keep going. Go back to the module, click the next assignment, and get it done. And I